going to explore fascinating world of number system, where I will explore more about the real number system for class 10th CBSE from NCERT book. So, ready to dive in? Let's get started.
तो जैसा कि हमने देखा, नेचुरल नंबर को नंबर लाइंस पे हम कैसे प्लॉट करते हैं, होल नंबर को कैसे करते हैं और इंटीजर्स को कैसे करते हैं, राइट। तो अब हम चलते हैं रेशनल नंबर के बारे में कि रेशनल नंबर कैसे नंबर लाइंस पे प्लॉट किए जाते हैं। तो बिफोर plotting the numbers on the number before plotting the rational number on the number lines, first see the definitions of the rational number. A number r or q, you can say any number you can take as an example, is called a rational number in the form of p by q, where q equal to not 0, right. Rational number always is in the form of p by q. See, as an example I have taken -25. अगर आप इसे -25 को p by q के फॉर्म में रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे तो आपका क्या हो जाएगा, q की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी 1 और p की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी, p की वैल्यू -25 हो जाएगा। जब हम रेशनल नंबर को अगर प्लॉट करते हैं नंबर लाइंस पे तो आप क्या देखेंगे, ये 0 होगा, ये -1 होगा, ये -2 होगा और कहीं यहां पर जाकर -25 होगा। अंडरस्टूड? दैट मीन्स रेशनल नंबर, दैट मीन्स rational number also include the natural number, whole number and integers as well. See, -2 को आप p बटे q के फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं, तो that means -2 is a whole number, is a integer, sorry, is a integers as well as rational number, right. Therefore rational number also includes the natural number and integers. That's why we can say that rational number also include the whole number, natural numbers and integers, right. Also we can say that rational number don't have a unique representations in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q equal to not 0. See how? See, I am taking one example to explore more about the rational number. 1 by 2 is the rational number, right. 1 by 2 is the rational. 1 by, if 1 by 2 is the rational number, then we can say that 2 by 4 is also rational number, and we can write 2 by 4 in the behalf of 1 by 2. 10 by 20 also we can write, 25 by 50 also we can write, 47 by 94. If you divide these numbers, you will get value 1 by 2, right. That means these are the rational number, these are the rational number, but you will get all the value of these numbers is 1 by 2. See, I have written 1 by 2 and For 1 by 2, I have also equal 2 by 4. That means if we want to write 1 by 2, we can also write it as 2 by 4. We can also write 1 by 2 is in the form of 10 by 20. Also is in the form of 25 upon 50. Also we can write it as 47.94, right? So what we observed here, that rational number do not have a unique representations in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers, right? And Q equal to not 0, right? See, let me explain again. First, we have taken 1 by 2. This is the rational number which is in the form of P by Q, or where Q equal to not 0, right? For 1 by 2, we for 1 by 2 we can also write it as 5 by 10. That means both are the rational number, but both are the rational number, but 1 by 2 is written as 5 by 10. That means rational number do not have unique representations, right? So what is this thing? 1 by 2, what is this? 1 by 2, 5 by 10, 2 by 4, 47 by 94. This is the what is this thing? These are the equivalent rational numbers. Equivalent rational number. These are the equivalent rational number. That's why among infinite many fractions equivalent to 1 by 2, we choose 1 by 2 to represent all of, understood? That means, see, 1 by 2 is the rational number and we can write it equivalents as many as possible, like 5 by 10, 25 by 50. These are not a rational number. These are the equivalent rational number of 1 by 2. That's why we can say that rational number don't have unique representations. Take the example so that you will get a better understanding of the rational number. See, let me take the example. Find 5 rational number between 1 and find 5 rational number between 1 and 2. Now solution. Since we want to find 5 rational number between 1 and 2, then we can write 6 upon 5 plus 1 and 12 upon 5 plus 1, right? That means 6 by 6 and 12 by 6. Between these, we have to find 5 we have to find 5 rational number. Then we can say 7 by 6, 7 by 6, 8 by 6, 9 by 6, 10 by 6, 11 by 6. Understood? Understood? That means this is the 1 by 1, 7 by 6, 3 by 2, 4 by 3. This means 4 by 3. This is 4 by 3. This is 3 by 2, 5 by 3 or 11 by 6. Last one is the 2. We have find 5 rational number. We have find 5 rational number between 1 and 2, right? Now you would have observed we can find more rational number between 1 and 2. These are the 5 rational numbers, 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2, right? From this example, we have observed that what we have observed? We have observed that we can find more rational number. We can find more rational numbers between 1 and 2, correct? That's why we can say that we have infinite rational numbers between 2 numbers. Understood? That means now if we want to plot infinite rational numbers between 2 numbers on the number line, what we observed? Let's see what we will observe. See, we have a 0 here, 1 and 2. Understood? What we have observed? We have observed 5 rational number, 7 by 6, 4 by 3 and 3 by 2 and 5 by 3, and last one is the 11. These 5 rational number we had find between 1 and 2. 7.7 by 6 means we can write 1.11, right? 4.3 we can write 1.3. 3 by 2 means 1.5. 5 by 3 means 1.6 and 11.6 means 1.8. Plot here. Plot these numbers in the number line. Here will be 1.5, right? 1 point, that means 1.5 means 3 by 2, right? 1.8 where will be lies? Here. Here will be the 1.8, that means 11.6. 1.3 here, that means 4 by 3. 1.1 means 7.6. You have represent all the rational numbers what we had find between 1.2. Understood? That means we have numbers line starting from 0, 1 and here is the 2. Understood now? Here is the 1.5, here 1.8, here is the 1.6, here 1.3, here 1.1. That means what we have observed, 1 and 2, between these we have find 5 rational numbers. We had find 5 rational numbers. From, if you check carefully the number lines, we have many gap between 1 and 2. See, if you check 1 and 2, 1 and 2 we have an infinite number of rational numbers between 1 and 2. See here, from 1 to 1.5 we have 1 here, 1.1 here, here is the 1.1, here is the 1, and after that we have 1.3, after that we have 1.3. The gap between 1.1 and 1.3 we have a 1.2. That means 1.2 is also a rational number, right? Now what we have observed, 1.1 was my rational number between 1 and 2, and 1.3 is also rational number we had find between 1 and 2, right? But we have a gap between 1.1 and 1.3. We have a numbers of gap. We have number gap between 1.1 and 1.3 rational numbers, which we had find between the numbers 1 and 2. Correct? What gap we have between 1.1 and 1.3 is 1.2, right? Now what we have observed, 1.2 is also another rational number which is lies between 1.1 and 1.3. That means we have another rational number which is find between these numbers. Understood? So that's why we always say that what we always say that we have a infinite numbers, infinite rational numbers, infinite rational numbers between two numbers. Understood? Got it? Now see what we had: 0, 1 and 2. We had 1.5 here and 1.1 here and 1.3 here, right? These are two rational number we had. We had now, and we find a rational number. We find a rational number 1.2 between these two numbers. Got my point? Now that means 1.1, 1.3 and 1.2 also a rational number. Still we have a gap between 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Now let me plot these three numbers only on the number line: 0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Right? Now still we can say that we have infinite numbers, rational numbers on the number line. But suppose we can say that infinite rational numbers between these two numbers, right? And also we say that we still have a number gap between these two numbers. That means we can also have a one number here. We can also have a one number here. Any number. We can also have a one number here. 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 Suppose from these numbers we are not able to find the rational number. Suppose we have a number here. Suppose we have a number on the number lines, and we observe that number is not in the form of P by Q, where Q equal to not 0, then that number are called irrational. That means That means a number is called irrational if it cannot be written in the form of P by Q, where Q equal to not 0. Understood? That means in the number line you have many numbers which is in the form of rational number, but between those numbers we have an infinite rational number. From that numbers line, if or infinite rational numbers, if we find that if any numbers out of these 6, if we observe that any number which is not in the form of P by Q, then this number is called irrational number. See the example. Root 2. See the example, root 2. Understood? Here is the 0, here is the 1.1, here is the 1.3. 1.414 is lies anywhere here, which is not in the form of P by Q, not in the form of Q by Q, P by Q. That's why we can say that 1.2 is the irrational number. Now, if we combine the rational numbers and irrational number, we get what we get? Real numbers. That means union of rational number and irrational number we give us real numbers. That we need to understand before going to depth in real numbers. Let me brief again, let me recap all the definitions of number system so that you will get a better understand about the real number. Again, we have learned different types of number. Natural numbers are the counting numbers. See,